Good morning, boys and girls. Today is the 6th of May 2020. The theme of our lesson is food and drink. Let's start with exercise 1 on page 86. I'll read the task. Try to fill in the missing letters. Listen and check, then repeat. Which of these items are fruit, meat, vegetables, drinks, dairy products? Which of the words are similar in your language? Let's listen.
Module 9. Food and Refreshments. Unit 9A. Food and Drink. Exercise 1A, page 86.
Apples, fish, cake, meat, milk, juice, carrots, water, bananas, cheese, yogurt, eggs, coffee, biscuit, potatoes, sugar, bread, onions, olive oil, honey, salt, pepper, ice cream, rice, tomatoes.
Now repeat after me, please. Fish, cake, meat, cheese, eggs, yogurt, carrots, bananas, milk, water, juice, apples, coffee, sugar, biscuit, bread, onions, honey, olive oil, salt, pepper, rice, tomatoes, ice cream, potatoes. Well done. Now let's figure out where we can find fruits. Apples and bananas are fruits. Now let's find vegetables. Carrots, potatoes and onions, tomatoes are vegetables. Now let's find dairy products. Dairy products, молочные продукты. Milk, yogurt. Oh, ice cream. Okay, now let's find drinks, напитки. Water, juice, and probably milk. Okay, well done. Now, I want you to refresh your knowledge. Do you remember what is a countable noun or an uncountable noun? Countable nouns are those that we can count. For example, I can count apples, oranges, onions. I may say, I've got three apples. Or I would like to buy 4 oranges. But I cannot count these nouns. I'm sorry. It is impossible to count rice or bread, salt or chocolate. You cannot say, I want to buy 5 rice. Я надеюсь, вы помните, что в английском языке, как и в русском, существуют исчисляемые существительные и неисчисляемые существительные. Исчисляемые существительные – это те, которые мы можем посчитать. 5 яблок, например. Неисчисляемые существительные – это те, которые посчитать невозможно. 5 рисов мы не можем сказать. Или 6 солей. Я надеюсь, что вы это понимаете. Это очень просто. Я уверена, что вы понимаете. Okay. So here I have prepared a list of food and drinks. And I have put them into 2 tables. So here you can see countable nouns. And here you can see uncountable nouns. So please repeat after me. Countable nouns. Fish. Cake. Apples. Bananas. Carrots. Potatoes. Onions. Tomatoes. Eggs. Uncountable nouns. Olive oil. Salt. Pepper. Rice. Coffee. Sugar. Milk. Water. Juice. Cheese. Meat. Exercise 3 on page 86. Read the examples and the rules. We'll start reading the rules first. We use some in the affirmative and any in the negative and the interrogative. We use much, enough, or a little, not much but enough, with uncountable nouns. We use many, enough, a few, not many but enough, with countable nouns. We use a lot of with both countable and uncountable nouns. Мы используем some. I'm sorry, just a second. Мы используем some в утвердительных предложениях, используем any в отрицательных и вопросительных. Мы используем much в значении много или a little в значении мало, немного, но достаточно, с неисчисляемыми существительными. Мы используем many много или a few немного, мало, но достаточно, с исчисляемыми существительными. А a lot of мы используем и с теми, и с другими, и с исчисляемыми, и с неисчисляемыми. Let's read the examples. Let's start with number 1. To make this dish, you need some tomatoes, an egg, and some olive oil. Some tomatoes. Утвердительное предложение, поэтому some tomatoes, немного помидор. An egg. Обратите внимание, артикль an или an ставим только перед исчисляемым существительным в единственном числе. And some olive oil. И немного оливкового масла. Что мы видим? Some можем использовать и с исчисляемыми помидоры, и с неисчисляемыми оливковое масло, но только в утвердительных предложениях. We need to go to the supermarket. We haven't got any eggs and we haven't got much olive oil. We haven't got many potatoes either. Нам нужно пойти в супермаркет. У нас нету яиц и у нас немного оливкового масла. У нас немного картошки также. Let's look at this example. Any eggs. Мы используем any, потому что у нас предложение отрицательное. We haven't, we have not. Any используется и с исчисляемыми, и с неисчисляемыми существительными. Здесь у нас исчисляемые eggs. We haven't got much olive oil. У нас немного оливкового масла. Much у нас мы используем для неисчисляемых существительных. Olive oil у нас как раз неисчисляемое существительное. Можем использовать much, many и в утвердительном, и в отрицательном предложении. We haven't got many potatoes, а вот здесь уже используем не much, а many, потому что картошка у нас исчисляемое существительное. Are there any tomatoes in the fridge? Есть помидоры в холодильнике? Почему any у нас? Потому что у нас any и для исчисляемых существительных подходит, и для неисчисляемых, но предложение у нас, а также предложение у нас вопросительное, поэтому мы ставим any. Any tomatoes? I think we have a little milk and a few eggs. Do we need any olive oil? Я думаю, у нас есть немного молока и немного яиц. Нам нужно оливковое масло. Давайте разберем первое предложение. A little и a few. Здесь все понятно. A little для неисчисляемых, молоко неисчисляемое, существительное. A few для исчисляемых. И яйца исчисляемое, существительное. Нам еще нужно оливковое масло? Вопрос в вопросительном предложении мы запомним, да, всегда any. Ничего сложного нет, нужно просто несколько раз прочитать, вот, возможно, эти примеры и правила. И, ребята, запомните, не случайно здесь у нас написали вот значение, потому что a little и a few – это мало, но достаточно переводится. А в 7 классе вы познакомитесь с little и few без артикля и это будет значить мало и недостаточно, слишком мало. И будут даже задания, в которых вам придется выбрать a little или little поставить, a few или few. То есть разобраться, хочет автор сказать, что у него чего-то мало, но достаточно, или мало и нужно еще купить, недостаточно. Для того, чтобы в 7 классе справиться с такими заданиями, обязательно нужно нам сейчас запомнить то, что мы видим перед глазами на экране сейчас. You may also press stop here and write down the rules. Можете нажать сейчас на стоп видео и переписать правила. Можете сделать это после, открыв страницу в учебнике 86-ю. Там вы найдете эти правила. Okay, so exercise 4 on page 87. Look at Anne's shopping basket. What did she buy? So we can see Anne's shopping basket. Let's say, as in the example, Anne bought a bottle of olive oil. A bottle of olive oil. Yes, I can find it. It's right here. Anne bought. Okay, let's start with a box of cereal. A box of cereal. It's right here. A box of cereal. Коробка с хлопьями. Anne bought a loaf of bread. Буханку хлеба. A loaf of bread. Anne bought a packet of biscuits. Anne bought a packet of biscuits. It's right here. Упаковка печенья. Anne bought a bag of rice. A bag of rice. Мешок риса. Anne bought a bar of chocolate. A bar of chocolate. Плитку шоколада. Anne bought a kilo of potatoes. Килограмм картошки. Anne bought a piece of cheese, and bought a bottle of olive oil. And I think I have forgot to write down a jar of jam, and bought a jar of jam. And she also bought a carton of milk, коробку молока, пакет молока, и банку варенья, a jar of jam. So, as you can see, we use these nouns to count the uncountable nouns, and it is really important to remember them. Вот эти вот существительные, как вы видите, мы используем, чтобы считать неисчисляемые существительные, да? Можно, например, сказать I want to buy 2 boxes of cereal. Мне нужно купить 2 коробки хлопьев. Или yesterday, Max bought 2 kilos of potatoes. Вчера Макс купил 2 килограмма картошки. I hope you remember. Now, take a look at these words. Repeat after me. To rush, to mean, though, an adult, a packet of crisps, whole, a takeaway, a rose, gravy, complete, you may press a stop button to put these words down. Вот сейчас тоже можете нажать на стоп, чтобы эти слова записать. Этих слов больше нет нигде, поэтому я вам советую сейчас их переписать в тетрадь. Exercise 7, page 87. Which of the following sentences are true about British food? Decide in pairs. Listen and read and check. Well, we have no pairs, so you will have to decide by our own. You'll have to decide by your own. I will read these 3 statements. Number 1. The British eat a traditional English breakfast every morning. You have to decide either it's true or false. Most British people have a sandwich for lunch. Chinese food is very popular in Britain. Probably you have your own opinion about these statements, but you better decide after we'll read this text. And the next task is read and match the headings to the paragraphs. How many types of food, drink shown in the picture in exercise 1 can you find in the text? Then explain the words in bold. I have already translated these words for you, so you are not to explain anything, but we still have 3 headings: British meals, tasty treats, and traditional meal. And where to find and to match the headings to the paragraphs. We have 3 paragraphs, 1, 2, 3. Right now, I want you to listen to this text, and then we'll discuss it.
Exercise 7A, page 87.
Eating the British way. What's your idea of British food? If the answer is bacon and eggs or fish and chips, then you might be in for a surprise. Most people in the UK rush to work in the morning. This means they don't have time to make the traditional English breakfast of egg, bacon and sausages. They may have one at weekends, though. During the week, they choose a breakfast of cereal or toast with tea, coffee or fruit juice. Lunch is a simple meal. Many children at school and adults at work bring a packed lunch from home. This is a sandwich, a packet of crisps, a piece of fruit and a drink. Dinner is a meal for the whole family. Spaghetti bolognese and shepherd's pie are all favourites. Many British order takeaways as well. Indian, Chinese food and pizzas are all very popular. On Sundays, the British get together for a traditional Sunday roast. This is roast beef or lamb with potatoes, vegetables and gravy. But is there anything for dessert? Homemade puddings like bread and butter pudding, apple pie and trifle are all delicious British desserts. Without them, no meal is complete.
Okay, let's discuss these three statements. The British eat a traditional English breakfast every morning. No, it's not true. It is false. Most people in the UK rush to work. This means they don't have time to make the traditional English breakfast. Most British people have a sandwich for lunch. No. Let's find the information in the text. Lunch is a simple meal. Many children at school and adults at work bring a packed lunch from home. This is a sandwich, a packet of crisps, a piece of fruit and a drink. So I would put false here because it's not only a sandwich, it is also a packet of crisps, a piece of fruit and a drink. Chinese food is very popular in Britain. It is true. Chinese food and pizzas are all very popular. So Chinese food is popular in Britain. Now let's try, I'm sorry. Let's try and match the headings to the paragraph. So the first heading is British meals. We can find British meals over here. It is the second paragraph. Tasty treats. We read about tasty treats in the third paragraph. And the last one, a traditional meal. We can find all information about traditional meal in the first paragraph. So it will be a traditional meal, British meals, tasty treats. Your home task will be exercise 5 on page 87. Don't forget to look Dnevnik.ru because there I have put an audio for you to complete this exercise. It will be impossible to complete it without listening. Ребята, не забудьте, пожалуйста, послушать. Это очень важно, слушать аудирование, которое я вам даю. Так вы привыкаете к английской речи. Чтобы выполнить домашнее задание, вам нужно послушать прикрепленный файл в дневнике.ру. Our lesson is over by now. Have a good day. Bye-bye.